All right, we're back. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. Sorry about that, everyone. So, geez, we almost got up to 10 viewers there too, Prof. And all of a sudden we had to
I
switch the damn
know.
feed.
Wait, did you tweet out a new YouTube?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Okay.
You missed a good
Hopefully you
conversation.
can retweet
man.
that or Warpig or both of you, and they can find it again. I didn't hear the end of it. I don't know what you guys were talking about there. So continue on or catch me up or either one.
Well, I don't think it got broadcast. That's the thing. We were doing this whole thing. We were just waiting for you to come back, but it didn't get broadcast or anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't even remember what the hell I was going to talk about. This whole thing's got me it's so annoying. I just really got to find an alternative to this because I've been having this trouble. If you remember, this has been an ongoing issue. I don't know, the last 6-7 shows maybe. I think I thought at first it was Safari because it was a memory hog, and then I switched over to Chrome, and it's still an issue. So I don't know what the hell to do here with this unless I can get Hangout on. Like I said, unless there's a way to use Hangout on a PS4 or the Xbox or something. I don't know if I can solve this issue. Maybe something else. So I'll have to do some research on that and see what I can come up with. Although there is a YouTube unsubscribed you, Christian. Well, I don't know why that would have happened. Maybe it was a mercy unsubscribe. I was going to talk about Recore also because I played that. I just want to get into games for a few minutes and have some little fun. I played Recore. I just think if I could prevent even one person from putting that game in, then this show has definitely done its job. It's been worthwhile.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, it's that bad. It is in all ways that bad. It is, graphically, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to look at, but it feels basically like someone created one solid level of a sort of old school platformer and then just quit. Said, okay, that's it. Send the game out. Just call this one level the game. Every single thing about it is repetitive. Literally everything. There is one weapon. There's maybe 4 different enemy types that I saw. The weapon upgrades, all right, but it doesn't do anything when it upgrades. It just tells you on the screen your weapon is upgraded to level 18, but it doesn't do anything different. You can't customize it in any sort of way. There's the game is laid out in sort of dungeons and they're all pretty much the same. They look the same. They feel the same. They have the same enemies. And basically, it's all this. It's all this. You need this item, and this item is going to be put way up high, and then you're going to have to figure out how to get up there, whether it be through maneuvering objects or picking just the right companion to this service, and this one can do this. And then so you got to figure out how to climb up high, get the object you need, which will open the door, which will put you in the next dungeon, which is exactly like the last dungeon. And then over and over. It's nothing but a series of repetitive, boring fetch quests. And these little power cores that you're supposed to collect, it's almost like at the very end of the game, one of the devs went, "Oh fuck, this is way too short. What are we gonna do?" Because the game is like you can get it. I'm confident. I put about 8 hours into it just trying to explore, which turned out to be fruitless because there's nothing to find and it all looks the same. But it's like at the end, okay, there's these special cores that you can get. They're white and they're power cores or some kind of cores.
Uh-huh.
But at the very end of the game, to get to the end, if you reach a door, it might say you need to have 5 of those in your possession to get through. But when you get to the end, the first door will say, well, you need 15 to get through. Then the next one will say 20. So it keeps forcing you out into the world to go on these stupid, pointless collection quests where you gather up more of these things, which are hidden or up high, whatever else, just to unlock the door, just so you can do it all over again, just so you can unlock the next door. It's absolutely terrible. I have no idea what they were thinking. It is one of the worst games I've seen for the Xbox One. It is 100% zero bacon bits, 0 bacon strips. I don't know what they were thinking. It's not finished. it's clearly not finished. I mean, I defy anyone to tell me that that's a complete game because it's not. It's one level.
Okay.
I don't
won't
know
get
if
it
anyone
then.
else is. You guys haven't played it, have you?
No, but how much did you pay for it?
40?
War Pigs, you play it?
No, I did not play it. It didn't look like it my kind of fun. Was it $40? Is that how much it cost?
Yep, I'm having trouble hearing you. I'm definitely getting cut out here, so I don't know.
$40. Wow.
Yeah, that's how much it costs. I think $40. Absolutely terrible game.
Yeah, Warpig, what did you think about Scalebound getting the axe?
I'll be honest, I hadn't even heard of it before it got the axe, so I wasn't either shocked or surprised, except as I was thinking, wait, there was a game called Scalebound? What the hell is that about?
What was it about? So you said. Oh,
I
man,
hadn't
this is
heard
just
about it.
brutal.
I hadn't heard any news on it or anything.
This is just absolutely brutal. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and talk as little as possible here because I'm not able to hear Warpig or Professor without cutouts. I mean, happen is going to wind up talking over them and just kind of destroying this thing. So I'm going to try and keep quiet until I can figure this out. Why don't you guys keep talking until I can make some kind of adjustment that allows me to hear you?
Okay, well, here's some of the new games. Some of which are actually old, but they're kind of new to me. Some of the games I've been playing recently. I played all the way through Call of Duty 2 again, just because it came out on backwards compatible for the 360. And then Call of Duty Black Ops, Call of Duty 3, all those came out on the 360, and I've had some fun playing through those again. I mean, I played through them before, but I thought, what the hell? They're cheap right now. They were on sale, so I bought them and played through them. Played through Burnout Paradise for the same reason. Played through The Crew. Not the whole thing, just started playing, messing around with The Crew. None of these, I don't know. All the Call of Duty ones are, of course, exactly the same as they always were, but a lot of the newer Xbox One games that have come out recently just have not really excited me much. I played, since we did our last show, I played through Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. I played through Titanfall 2. I played through Gears of War 4. I played through the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remaster. I started Dead Rising 4, but kind of quit that because so much other stuff had come out. I played through Battlefield 1. I played through Doom. Or I started playing Doom. I've got about halfway through. I haven't finished it. I started playing the Old Blood for Wolfenstein. I tried XCOM 2. I played all the way through Call of Duty World at War. I've been playing a lot of different stuff, just kind of flitting back from one to the other. I finally got through all of Rise of the Tomb Raider. I quit it because I couldn't figure out one puzzle. And then one day I was just had nothing to play, and it was like, all right. So I went to YouTube to figure out the puzzle, and it was just, I had missed one tiny thing, to shoot an arrow at the right time, and that fixed the whole puzzle. I'm like, oh.
Hey, what did you think of Titanfall? Titanfall 2. I played that one. I thought it was okay.
Titanfall 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought the campaign was just excellent. I mean, I haven't played multiplayer, but I don't do multiplayer. That's not my thing.
Yeah.
But I thought the campaign was excellent. I just enjoyed the hell out of the campaign. In fact, I've played through the entire campaign like 4 times now.
Can you try different robots, or did you have different power-ups? Is that what you did? Or
yeah, you collect like 8 or 10 different packages or whatever they call them, so you can switch back and forth between your things. But honestly, I found the starting one suited my play style the best, and none of the other ones are really that much more powerful than it, so I just played the starting one again and again.
No, but wasn't there one of the power packs had like homing missiles? I thought I used that one the most.
That was the very first one. That's the beginning. package.
Yeah, that's what I used to.
So yeah, once you get the homing missiles, it's that's what you should. Well, that's what I should stick with because they're just really useful.
Yeah, that's what I did too. There was one power pack I remember that let you shoot up in the air. I didn't use that one that much. Like, I can't shoot from way up high. So the homing missiles, that's the power pack I liked. But yeah, that was fun. But people made it out to be like this super great game, and I thought it was really good. I didn't think it was great though. I thought it was more or less linear, the story. I kind of like more open world games, and I didn't feel there was a lot of exploring involved in Titanfall 2.
Oh no, it was a pretty linear shooter. I mean, it's like your Call of Duties or whatever, which is surprising because the studio that made Titanfall 2 was founded by the people who founded Call of Duty. They founded the studio, made Call of Duty.
Okay.
They got pushed out because of some, bad, janky stuff going on with Activision. And they went off and formed a new studio and did Titanfall 2. So the last 2 or 3 Call of Duties they haven't been involved with.
Okay.
I think Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was the last one the actual founders were involved in. But that's why it is, kind of
linear. It has a feel, yeah.
Because that's what they do. So I'm just glad to see that apparently it's fairly successful. It may not be I don't know. I heard like the multiplayer there wasn't as many people playing multiplayer as you might wish, but I don't know if that's still true.
Okay, yeah, I don't play the multiplayer either, so I played it for the story mode. I thought it was good.
I thought Infinite Warfare was better than most people gave it credit for.
Yeah, see, I have that. I haven't played it though.
Why I like it a lot is because they have tons of missions that are basically. Did you ever play like Wing Commander or X-Wing or TIE Fighter or any of those other space combat simulators?
Yeah, Wing Commander. I like that.
Yeah, they have many missions in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare are space fighter sim missions. That's all you do. You zoom in, shoot up some stuff, and I just thought that was fun because that's like one genre that nobody ever makes anything for anymore.
Oh yeah, that does sound fun.
And one of the people in the chat saying, it seems like there's a lot of similarities between Infinite Warfare and Titanfall 2, and there are.
Yeah. Helio Morris.
And there are no mechs really in Infinite Warfare, so you don't get to do the whole big huge mech thing. So yeah, it's not as good as Titanfall 2, but I still enjoyed it.
Oh, okay. I better play it then. It probably takes a long time to play, right? How long did it take you to finish the story mode?
Like 10 hours.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll
it's
definitely
not a super
play.
long game.
Okay.
Let's see what else.
Yeah,
Dragon Age Origins came out on backwards compatibility. If people already bought it on on demand or disc, you can now play it on your Xbox One. The original Dragon Age.
Oh, okay.
Diablo 3 is, I think, in the next couple of weeks, they're releasing an homage to the original Diablo. It's like a mini version of the original Diablo that you can play in Diablo 3.
Nice. I remember the original Diablo. That was one of those games that you play day and night until you finished it. I just remember being so hooked on that game, and I couldn't put it down. When I finally got to the final demon, it was so satisfying. So anyway, so you say they have some kind of emulation mode in Diablo 3?
No, they're adding it as a specific dungeon you can go to. So they only have 16 levels, but they cover the whole breadth of the game. So, you've got some of those shallow levels in the cathedral where you started out, then those deeper levels, and then all the way down to hell. So
Okay.
um,
Okay. Hey, someone on the chat brought up movies. Did you see Rogue One?
I did see Rogue One.
What'd you think, Daddy Warpig?
I enjoyed it. I thought that there was a lot of weaknesses, but I thought it was okay. I mean, I didn't think it was a super great movie, but I didn't think it was a terrible movie. It was better than The Force Awakens, and it was way better than all the prequels. So,
Yeah, it really was, huh? But the only bad thing is, and this is a spoiler alert, so everyone turn off for 30 seconds if you haven't seen the movie. Yeah, everyone died off. All the new characters they introduced. Come on. I love the, what was it, Donnie Yen character. And even Jen I really liked. And they killed them all off. What do you think about that?
that was the problem is all of those characters were more interesting than Finn and Rey and and so I was thinking, man, you know what? I don't want to see Finn and Rey again. I'd like to see these.
Know. Exactly. Oh man. What would Paleo say?
I think Paleo says it was a Dirty Dozen, and I would say it would have been a much better movie if it had been more like the Dirty Dozen.
It was a great
my concept of the movie is this. I think it would have been awesome if the movie had been about the effort to assemble this squad of elite specialists that they're all needed to do one specific part of the mission, kind of like an Ocean's 12 thing, right?
Uh-huh.
Or Ocean's 11. And then the ending of the movie, the climax of the movie is not on some tropical planet, but they actually land on the Death Star itself and have to sneak in and get the plans and sneak them out.
That would be good.
Then during this, all of them are getting killed off, and so they're racing to broadcast the plans before they all die, and that's what the main struggle of the movie is not to survive anymore, but to get the plans out to Princess Leia's ship, because that's what they say, right? In the first part of Star Wars, is they say, you received several transmissions, not you got this little data disk delivered. It was you received transmissions, so they know they were transmitted from the Death Star. I think that would have been a much cooler movie and a lot more like The Dirty Dozen. And the same person, Paleo, in the chat is pointing out that they didn't like the first hour or so because it was kind of boring and meandering.
Yeah,
and it was not a really great backstory. But if you had done it where they were trying to assemble, 6 to 8 specialists.
See, that would have been interesting. Yeah.
They're kicking about the galaxy. They're going to every, dive bar and prison planet and, whatever to try and get all these guys. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, it was just too long the first hour, and dragged on, and then it really picked up when they were on the Death Star. So, or that planet they were on. I'm sorry, but But that's like the only major movie I watched over the break. Did you watch anything else?
I saw several movies. Mostly I watched the Netflix series. I watched 3-4 Netflix series all the way through. Travelers and the OA and
I saw you didn't like OA.
Oh, it was terrible. Oh man, it was terrible. It was insultingly, stupidly terrible. I don't even feel bad. I will spoil that movie for anyone just to save them from having to watch the TV show. I'm going to spoil the absolute ending. They literally, in the last episode of the series, make it seem like everything that's happened up to that point has been a dream.
Yeah, well, see, but I liked it up until the last episode, and then it's like, oh, come on.
And then in the last minute of the show, they shoot the main character in the chest, and that's the end of the episode. That's the end of the whole series. Nothing that happened in the entire series really happened, and we're killing off the main character at the very, very end. I'm like, screw you. That is the biggest FU to your audience that I can even conceive of. That's just obnoxious.
No, but see, I loved it up to that last episode because the last episode disappointed me for all the reasons you mentioned, but I thought they had a good story going until they ruined it in the end.
Well, what they had was interesting promises, because they're making all these promises, which basically boil down to you keep on watching these characters, learning their little dance moves, and then we're going to take you into this other dimension where they're going to rescue these people who have disappeared. So that was the promise. That's what you're waiting for. The only reason the other 9 episodes were any good is because you're waiting for them to actually get to doing what they keep on promising they're going to do. It's all anticipation. And then they just screw you over because they say, no, we're not going to do that even a little bit. And it wasn't even real anyway. You believe this. Ha, 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 ha. I mean, it's like as if the last episode of Lost was Jack waking up on the airplane and everything that happened in all 5 seasons was a dream. It never really happened. None of it. They never crashed. They never went to the island. None of the numbers ever happened. It was all just this dream he was having on the plane. And then somebody jumps up in the middle of the plane with a bomb and blows the plane up and kills everybody on board. I mean,
yeah, it was like that.
If that had been the ending of Lost, people would have rioted. They would have lynched the people who made it. And someone said, oh, so it's kind of like the ending of Lost. Like, no, it's so much worse.
Right.
So.
Oh, I see what Christian was saying. He said it was the Dallas School of Screenwriting. And,
yeah.
I didn't get the reference to the Dallas TV series. That's right. It was all a dream.
That show just insulted me. It made me mad. It's like they spit in my face after me wasting 10 hours to see it. I'm like, screw you people.
But I liked it up to that last episode. But you're right. I see what you're saying. But what were some of the other movies you watch or series that you watch?
I watched the Black Mirror series. I watched Travelers.
Wait, isn't that an old one, though, the Black Mirror? Because I think Bacon asked me to watch that one.
Well, they had 2 seasons of it on the BBC.
Okay.
One with 3 episodes, one with 4 episodes. And then the 3rd season is a Netflix show, and it has like 8 episodes. So.
I didn't know that.
But all 3 seasons are available on Netflix.
Okay.
So it was a BBC show, I think BBC4, if anybody cares. I have no idea if that even matters anymore. But it's now both of the BBC seasons are on Netflix, and a whole new season is on Netflix. So.
Okay. I'll probably watch all, 3 seasons you said?
3 seasons, yeah.
Okay. Because I think I watched the 8, and that's really the 3rd season, you're saying?
Yeah, that's really the 3rd season.
Okay. Paleo said there's a Doctor Who Christmas special with aliens. What?
Yeah, I watched Black Mirror. I talked about it on the other podcast I do. It just, I don't know.
Okay.
A lot of people liked it. I didn't like it that much. I thought it was too preachy and
okay.
Yeah, didn't throw me. On the other hand, it didn't insult me like the OA did. So.
You're really mad about that one. Well, I really enjoyed it up until the last episode.
Here's the thing, too. All the things they have in like the first episode, they don't ever follow up on, and they don't ever make sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, she gives all this advice, like she can see into people's brains and stuff, so you think she's psychic, but there's nothing in the entire rest of the series that would indicate either that she is psychic or would explain how she had those powers. Like, she can psychically see into the lady and say, oh, you have a deep personal loss, and because of this deep personal loss, that's why you're not a good teacher anymore. And then there's nothing that happens that would even begin to explain it, even before they screw you over on the ending. And then, like, she gets in a fight with this dog and grabs it and bites it, and all of a sudden it's her best friend forever and ever and ever. And you think, oh, okay, so she's also got some kind of psychic ability with dogs. No, they never explain that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
There's nothing in the entire series that that ever lets you know how she might actually be able to make friends with the dog. So all of the things they put into the first episode that are kind of implicit promises that say, hey, this is what we're going to explain, or this is what we're going to develop, this is how it's going to go, that none of them even make sense with what they give you that turns out to be false anyway.
Oh, yeah, they never delivered. You're right. Now you're spoiling it for me. Now I'm hating it even more. Oh,
see, that's when you can tell that like a series has really failed me, is when I start going back and stuff that I kind of overlooked, I start tearing apart because I'm so mad. It's like, well, that's it.
yeah. Oh, gosh.
So, yeah, they had a lot of, promise. They could have been a great show. If you had started again with just the first episode and gone in a different direction, it could have been good. Stranger Things does some of the same stuff, but does it way, way better. So if anyone ever tells you to go see the OA, go watch Stranger Things instead.
That's on Netflix as well?
Yes, it's a Netflix original series. So the whole Stranger Things first season is available on Netflix, and the second season is coming out sometime this year. Also coming out this year is Iron Fist, the
I want to see that. Yeah,
Defender, and The Defenders. Both of those original Netflix series, and Punisher, the original Netflix series.
Oh, those all sound good.
I'm looking forward to them. I was very disappointed in Luke Cage, but I'm looking forward to those three.
Okay. Awesome.
So, all right. Well, Bacon Man is asking us if we want to quit, so we've been on the air for something like an hour. So,
I guess it's time to quit then.
Is there anything else you?
No, I mean, you've given me things to watch. I've been pretty bad about playing games and watching things. So, thanks, Daddy Warpig. It's too bad Bacon Man couldn't be on though.
We can let him talk. See if he wants to finish up the show.
Bacon Man, come back on and finish up the show. Let's type that. Where is he?
He might have just walked away.
He said, "Let me know when you want it to end. I can stop the broadcast." Oh, he's here. Hey, you had to finish up the show. Hey, you have. You can't seem to hear me now. Okay, Daddy Warpig, you're good at this. You have to finish up the show.
Okay.
Closing words.
I'm excited to be back on the Bacon Bitch show, and Bacon Man's going to be checking out some stuff, see if we can get a different setup so we can do the show properly next time, because it just isn't Bacon Bits without Bacon Man leading the band here. I mean, me and Professor, we try to step up, try to give you a good, solid show, but without Bacon Man, it's just not worth it. So thanks for stopping by, folks. Thanks for listening. We hope you've enjoyed our me and the Professor here trying to fill in for Bacon Man, and I'm absolutely certain that he's going to be finding another way to do this, that it's not so painful, not so buggy. So we're going to sign off on the Bacon Bitch show. Thanks for tuning in, folks, and we will hopefully we'll see you next week. And if not, we'll see you whenever Bacon Man decides that he wants to get on a rant again about some new stuff. So, by the way, by the time we come back,
Trump will be president.
So there's an inauguration coming on. Also, on a personal note, if I can pimp something, I'm going to be on a pretty big streamcast on Friday with a bunch of different authors, including John C. Wright and L. Jaggy Lamplighter, and hopefully we have scheduled right now Milo Yiannopoulos is supposed to come on.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yeah. He wrote the foreword to this anthology, and so they invited me to come on. It's a launch date for this anthology. It starts 2 p.m. Eastern time, and I will send out the link. And Milo wrote the foreword. He wrote the introduction to the book, so he's supposed to come on to help celebrate the launch of this anthology. So, and they've also invited me on. So, even though I'm not in the book. So,
That's because you're a big E-celeb, Daddy Warpig.
so I'm gonna tweet out the link to that if you want to come and listen to Milo and listen to a bunch of real gosh darn writers. So
Oh yeah.
that's my pimpage. So do you have anything to pimp, Professor?
No, nothing to pimp. Just can't wait for next week when we solve all these audio problems and it's
Heck
all three
yeah.
of us.
I'm glad. It's been a long time since we did the show. I'm glad Bacon Man decided to come back. I'm glad he had time to do it.
Yeah.
It was a long time, and I missed being able to rant about politics, so I'm looking forward to doing that again. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We're going to take off for tonight. Have a good evening.
Good night, everyone. See you, Daddy Warpig. See you, Bacon.